Dr. Owusu Ochoa. It's Dr. O for the 804. As the premier knee and hip shoulder sports surgeon in Virginia, I would like to remind you that health equals power. Sports build and uplift communities, nothing else can. The mission of sports medicine is to keep athletes of all ages and levels at the top of their game. Dr. O is located at Ortho, Virginia, Schrader Road office location. Appointments can be scheduled online at orthovirginia.com or by calling 804-939-6688. You can follow Dr. O on Instagram at Dr. O _ for the 804 and uplifting educational content about sports health.
Hi everyone, I'm Coach Rick Stockel. I am co-owner of Newman & Dunn Real Estate here in Central Virginia, as well as I am a high school boys basketball coach at Monacan High School. I've sold over 1,300 homes here in Central Virginia, and I would love to work with you and your family in your home buying needs. I am a proud primary sponsor of Ballin in Virginia, and I hope you enjoy this show.
Welcome to another episode of BallinVA. Today is Saturday, July 19th, 2025. We got something different in here, man. We got semi-pro football, Richmond Jets, man. What's going on, guys?
What's up?
As I tell people all the time, when I started this podcast, it was mostly looking out for the basketball guys because that's what I gravitated to, even though football and boxing was my number one sports. But football is king. No matter where it is in the world, football is king. So we're going to just keep it rolling, man. So we just need to know, first, introduce yourselves, and then we're going to talk about where it all started. So, Coach, it's all your show, man.
Ed. Yo, what's up? My name's Edwin. Everybody call me Big Ed. It's my second year playing. Appreciate you being on the show, man.
Man, you look like you fucked some shit up. Nice to meet you, bro.
Appreciate it.
Ocho, owner, player, coach, do it all, man.
String a bell, get shit done, peace.
That's who
you
sir.
Coach P, I've been coaching since 2012. Started with the Tri-City Bulldogs, came over to the Westland Chiefs in 2017, and then, changed the name to the Jets, and we just trying to win some shit.
Okay.
Gotta keep it real.
Okay. You got it?
I'm Coach Kevin. I'm the DC and sometimes the head coach when needed. Like I said, I've been with the Jets since 2016 when it was Westland Chief, but we'll get more into that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's up, bro?
Jesse Daly. I'm an athlete. Well,
I can tell you.
Decided to put me at. Wherever Kevin decided to put me at, that's where I'm at. Yeah.
What's up, man?
Decarius, go by DK. It's actually my 10th year playing, only 27. I know it's crazy.
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm saying you look a little young, man. About 10 years.
I'm on retiring.
Going into retirement.
Yeah, dang. I'm like, shit, man. Like, you said 27?
27.
Yeah, you same age as my son. I'm like, you talking about 10 years? Like, yeah, y'all look like y'all move some shit right here. Y'all too quiet, and he just looked like, okay. All right.
Yeah, we're mostly quiet team, young team.
Well, you mostly quiet anyway.
Yeah, I'm mostly quiet. They
Yeah.
kind of follow my lead sometimes, but most of the time we have our vocal leaders that we need to come through and say what they need to be said, rather than practice the game.
Yeah, you're going to have that one.
Yeah.
You got
a one. Wish he was here today, but
yeah, he should have been here. Yeah, man. But first, tell us where it started. Y'all bought some hardware and some stuff in here today, man. So we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So where did this all start for you guys?
Well, it started back in 2015. The creation of the team started back in 2015. We actually started playing our first season in 2016. That was our first spring season in 2016. I just basically started a team because myself, I used to play for a team called the Richmond Venom, and that team folded. So me personally, I was a rookie then. So my first taste of semi-pro, I just didn't want to just quit and put it away. So got home, sat down, me and my girl, we talked about it, and she was like, listen, if you don't feel like giving it up, just go ahead and do something. So I sit there, I scratched my head for days, weeks, months, and it just finally clicked. So I had to reach out to my prior coach with the Richmond Venom, and I asked him, what's the steps of starting your own team, and he gave me the basics. So money obviously was involved. I was trying to get sponsorship because I was young owner then. It was kind of hard to get sponsors, stuff like that. So I came up with an idea of what we now started as our own. It's called the Bucket Drive.
Okay.
So that's consists of players going out there promoting the team, handing out flyers, and just collecting donations to help the sponsor, whether it's helmets, jerseys, bus rides, whatever it is. But
it's also a good recruit too, because we picked up players doing that too. They oh, we got a team. Like a lot of people don't know, it's a semi-pro team out there that you can play for. Like, oh, we got a team I can play, and we picked up players that way too.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah. So we started doing that, and then prior to that, I just reached out to suppliers for uniforms, stuff like that, and I just started building. I think was it the same year Reed stopped the Bulldogs, and then you guys came over, right?
Yeah, they played one more year, but I was pretty much done with them after that.
Gotcha.
Season.
So,
Exactly.
God was good enough to put these guys in my corner because playing against them before. We always had a good conversation after the game, sitting in the parking lot talking about football and stuff like that. So anyway, once I started the team, I realized that it was available, and I was like, these are some good coaches. So I just grabbed them up, and as soon as possible, I just say, come on. So we started the team. I started what's called the West Lane Chiefs.
Okay.
And started that team. The first year we went straight to the championship. Ran it up, went straight to the championship. It was just, we had talent from all over, Hopewell, Richmond, Petersburg, you name it, Charlottesville. We had plenty of talent that came through that funnel. And in 2018 was the last year of the West Lane Chiefs. Not because I wanted to just, do away with it, but to me, it was just to refresh the program and move on. So in 2020, we skipped that spring of 2018, and then we went on with 2019 when I changed the name over to the Jets, and ever since then we just been running it up, man.
Took flight.
These guys came on the board, man. The loyal ones as well, because I've known these guys since they was 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
They've been with me since they was 17, 18 years old. So the loyalty's been there, and they stuck with it. And that was a good thing for me because I had loyal players who understood the mission. They understood what it's going to take. It's going to be ups and downs. It's going to be seasons when you're like, I don't know, but they stuck with it, man. And like I said, ever since 2019, we've just been running it up.
Let me ask y'all a question, a couple of questions. Do you guys have to go through like physicals and all of that stuff when you play, or once you guys with the team, it doesn't matter. Make sure everybody in shape or stuff like it's like you normally have to do with like high school or professional teams.
We don't really require physicals, but we do have guys that are injured. Sometimes, like we had a guy tore his ACL or MCL or something.
Right.
And I said, we need a doctor's note before you even come out here and play.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the guys just say, hey, I'm good, I want to play. And
Zach know where I'm going with this question.
We're like, no, of course not. We need a doctor's note. We need to see something to say you are clear to play before you come on the field because, we're kind of liable for whatever happens. So we try to be careful with situations. If someone is we know is injured.
Locations, what do y'all normally play at?
It depends because in a sense it's kind of first come first serve with the county. So we might be playing at Old Clover Hill, River City Sportsplex.
So y'all got a bid on it.
So yeah, it's like it's like wherever they feel like if this is open and it's available for that day, that's where they're gonna put us to play.
Yeah, like Henrico, kind of like you're applying for like gym
we had a
stuff.
throwback last week because we couldn't get a field, so we was playing at Battery Park, Beard Field.
Oh my God!
So imagine that after all that rain, it was a mud bowl, and
so y'all got so when that happens, you guys got to find your own location.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, so you guys really be working for real.
Yeah, we call around and say what we need to do to get a field, and that's basically what we do to get a field. Like Battery Park was. We ain't even think about that.
So anywhere centralized, you guys can actually play. You just have to find a location to do so.
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
have
permit. Yeah, once we get the permit, we can play wherever we want to play at.
Glad y'all came here today. It's just
I wish we could have one location that says, this is home of the Jets, but we can't do that.
Why can't?
Well, we're working on buying some land next year, so.
Okay.
No, just saying.
It's just hard because when you playing like a spring, we got 4 other teams we're competing against for fields. So whoever gets the information in quick enough gets the better field.
And what days are the games normally played? Is it Saturday
nights.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna put out on the air what I'm thinking. I'll talk to you guys about that off air. But I asked, in a lot of times, man, and it's going off topic. I remember you were saying earlier that your lady was helping you out, and that's what you need, that home support.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of times, a lot of women, as you know, they don't really understand. So they just kind of want you to kind of do what they want you to do for whatever it is. But we as men, we need that support because typically, number one, it's sports driven.
Yeah.
Like, okay, guys either play football, basketball, or whatever, and we need that support. So I was asking because a lot of times I ask a lot of questions, and a lot of people don't like when I ask questions. And there's a reason, even if I'm just general talking, they'll say, man, you in that podcast mode. I've always asked why. And I think that's why I got in trouble in high school a lot, because a lot of times the teachers didn't, the counselors didn't understand. That's why I just kind of, ain't going to that. But that's just where it is. So this kind of.
Plus, it was city school, too.
Yeah.
Grew up in city school.
Went to the city. And it's funny, and it's funny because me and my mom, we didn't really have always had the best relationships because I was raised by my grandparents. And now she's understanding because she associated with these people that we know from high school. And matter of fact, people who don't know, that's my boy Kev, class of 94. I was class of 93, same JFK. So 2300 Cool Lane, the real 2300, not Armstrong.
Back, by the way.
What I'm saying?
We're about to get our name back.
And now she understands. I said, Mom's like, yo, these people ain't hitting on shit. I can tell her that. And of course, back then, you couldn't say those things, especially when you were raised by grandparents. Back then, people can hit you, like, okay, whatever. But now I'm asking these questions because I just see some real things that I think I may be able to help you guys out with, to be able to get you, some help. And I think in areas where it'll take a lot of pressure off of you guys and stuff like that. So, we'll talk about that off air. Yeah. But continue.
We appreciate that.
No, we continue. I do what I can because I think this is something that we don't know, and if you guys if you don't reach out, we don't know. I talked about Armstrong, and I talked about what they did, and but like Coach Lauren Johnson said, if you don't reach out, how are we supposed to know if you need help with equipment, with just anything? Yeah. So I'm glad you guys reached out, and we're gonna continue to kind of build and talk from that point, and hopefully we can make some things happen.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. No.
A lot of the women allow us to play. That's why I always think baby mama, girlfriends, wife, whoever. Like when we won the championship this year, everybody was eating at Fridays, and I thanked everybody because they had their families with them. It's just beautiful to see everybody, family together, and they had their kids, and it was a good moment winning the championship. But like I was saying, we here to help the young men too. Like Kari here, he went to college. He got a graduate degree. You going for your master's, right? Mm-hmm. That's something you should applaud. And he started with us, didn't know what he really wanted to do, and went to school, and got a degree.
You always got to have that. You know what I'm saying? Because when the ball stopped moving or bouncing or whatever, where you going to school at?
Right now I'm at Delaware State.
Okay.
So I'm doing that full time online, so I could work full time. So I work at a psychiatric hospital right now as a case manager.
Okay. See, that's what's up. See, that all us black folks, we're not thugs and whatever y'all want us to be, white people. I get it.
And that's another reason why it's hard to get fields, because they feel like semi-pro is a bunch of thugs or people.
Brings a different type of crowd.
Different type of crowd. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a shooting or something. But most of our guys, young guys, are pretty much level-headed, and they don't cause much trouble. We just go out there, they want to play football and go home like everybody else. So that's one of the stigmas of semi-pro. It's hard to get fields because of that. They feel like we, like you said, thugs or, going to start trouble or anything like that. We just want to get that out the way where it'd be easy to get fields and referees and sponsors and people to come out and just watch some good football, you know, whether it's spring or fall, or if we're doing a little short season, summer season right now. So we just, you know, we just want to entertain folks and have these young men out there doing something they love to do.
So typically, give us because we're gonna get to like the championship. We definitely want to talk about that. We'll talk about that early.
Yeah.
The seasons. When does it start? When does it end? How many games? You know, where do you go travel wise? And how many players you typically have like on a team?
So the season actually starts in March.
Okay.
Sometimes March 16th, March 17th. Sometimes it all depends. It starts in March and it ends in what? June. It ends in June, middle of June, and I mean we range. Well, this year we was in Division 1, so that they had like a limited amount of players that you can have in Division 1. So we had to have 34, 35.
Yeah, we can
35. And then Division 2 was 45, and I think Division 3 was like 60. So it varies, but we always get like players. Long story short, like training camp, it doesn't. We don't care how many players come in at training camp.
Okay,
we're gonna pick the best to be on that roster.
Should.
You know what I'm saying? And some guys they get it. You know, they get messed up because they thinking because they're out here and they show up for every practice. But if your production is not what the team needs, and I think that's what helped us out this year. It was the production. Because we had everybody that was either on, because we don't, and again, I don't want to stretch it, but we don't have first, second, third, and fourth string. We don't do that, you know, high school, college thing where you on strings.
Right.
We have units. So it's first unit, which is the starters, and we have second unit, which is if one of the starters not able to perform or injured or something, you're the second man up. So that means you have to be as good as the first guy on the first unit. So that helped us out big time this season moving forward with the 34, 35 that we have.
Okay.
You know, so that's as far as the roster, yes. And as far as the season, like I said, starts in March.
And we do get guys that never play football too.
Yes.
We had to
you know what? I was thinking that. I said, I don't know about your accent.
We don't get lucky to have a Jesse who played or a Kari or Ed that played well. Ed took a break in between high school and playing with us, but a lot of times we get a guy that I ain't never played football, but we just want to come out here and play.
That's even great too, man. You know, because you got, you know what? I got one, man. This is funny, and the people who probably gonna watch this is you know, this is gonna be funny, and I'm gonna call them out. I say I won't go do it, but I gotta do it. You got some of these people that like to. They think of themselves as these ghetto superstars, or they still think they got it, and they get on social media, talk about what they used to do, what they used to be. We got a lot of that out here. Do you get those typical guys that come out that they think, and then y'all see them and they don't be doing shit?
Every day.
Okay, thank you, because I kind of...
Every day.
That is funny, because I remember in college, we had a guy that came out, I was at Clinton Valley College. He talked all that mess. His name was Brayboy, Coach Brayboy's son.
From Armstrong.
He said, I'm going to take people's position. I'm going to do this, that, and other. Came out there, looked awful, couldn't catch a punt. First day of practice, he didn't make it through. The next day, he was gone. He was there like 3 days and was gone, transferred out. So we always get players like that. I always laugh because I always call them Bray Boys when they do that.
Right. Yeah, we got a joke.
He looked great, man. He was cut ripping like, oh, we got a player. Get out there and then
Trash.
Yeah, looks start this evening. They'll come out there.
Special teams guys. That's the only way they get on the field.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Which makes sense.
Hopefully.
Get them out there, bring them on back. Yeah, no, you'll have a place for them. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, you got guys that still, you know, because we can't verify too much of what they used to do, especially in our era. Well, I'm 51, you know what I'm saying? We're in the area, so we can't, unless you got a VCR, which I think they're obsolete now. Yeah. You pretty much can't watch what people do. But now with this social media stuff like this, I don't know why they sit up here and they talk about, man, I used to do this, We ain't seen nothing that you did. No, nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I just laugh at them, so I get a kick out of it. Like, I think when y'all have y'all next trial, I think I want to see this. I want to come out there and see this because I want to laugh. I like the footage, and I don't even. I might even have a bloopers moment or something. I can give it to them because
someone already started at 37 U. I meant to send you the clip.
Yeah.
He started that kind of thing where he go to the games and kind of do a blooper things on the games.
that'd be funny.
Yeah, it's funny. I had to send you that. That dude is funny, and
call him out.
You get these old dudes because we got to do. I don't even know how old he is. He keep on saying he's 47, but he look older than me.
Yeah, you take that first hit, it's gonna be different.
Yeah.
You get one of these them guys like that, they hit you with that. I look, for one, I ain't trying to take that type of hit. So I gotta go to work in the morning. I don't know about, you know what I'm saying? So hell with that shit. Cause you get it, cause basketball that happens a lot.
Yeah.
And they still are trying. And I'd be like, you getting out there? No. I'm not even playing. I told him, I said, unless you can beat my son, if he's 27, if you can't beat them, you ain't gonna never get to me. So I ain't got to worry about that. So that's I play basketball every day. So, but I don't have no desire. I have no desire. I stay behind here. I know my place.
Yeah, every now and again they ask me, "Hey, coach, you gonna shoot up and play?" No, they have to see my wife first.
Our bodies don't hear the same, man. It ain't. Even though we got more technology, we got a lot more stuff. You know, I can call Dr. O, but I still got to go to work the next day. You know what I'm saying? So I can't do that.
Everybody can't be like. See, he's in his 40s still playing. Everybody can't be like him. He's just a genetic freak right now.
It's to be honest. Exactly. See, the thing about it is, man, like I grew up like just learning how to, you know what I'm saying, treat yourself and take care of your body. You know what I'm saying? My people's is from the islands. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. See, there
just saying. So it's like growing up, like you learn the natural remedies. You learn, you know, what to do to take it. Because I'm 41. And a lot of people wouldn't even think I'm 41.
Hey, man, not just look. You know, you in shape, brother.
And believe me when I say this. Sometimes they be like, nah, it's because you're Jamaican and all that. But my thing is this, like, I just know how to take care of myself. And I still run at a high velocity of speed when I'm on the field. And some of them can't understand, like, how. But, like I said, it's just you taking care of your body. You eating right, sleeping right, working out. I run like a mile, like, during the season, I run a mile like every other week. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep my cardio up. But for the most part, like as a vet, I know these, like my younger players. It's their time. It's not my time.
Right.
So what I do is I make sure everybody gets on the field, you know, do what they do, and then the role players come in now. So I consider myself as a role player. I don't,
you can come in and see what
exactly.
you
I'm not out there to be like, oh yeah, well, you know, I'm still in high school. I'm still
Darrell Reed. You know what I'm saying? I'm a shut down corner.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll let them young bucks have it.
For real, I can't have it, man. Sometimes they be like, yo, you sure you don't want it? Nah, just go ahead. Funny story about that. We're in the championship game. I don't want to jump the gun, but we're in the championship game. And one of my young boys, because I'm on the receiving corps, so he's one of the younger bulls on the receiving corps.
Okay.
And he got so heated, he got mad. He coming off the field, and it was like the fourth quarter, and he was standing right beside me. He coming off the field. I said, "Where you going?" He said, man, I said, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Get your ass back on the field. You're going to score the game-winning touchdown. And on everything I love, man, the same time I said to him, he went back on the field, was it the first pass or the second pass?
I think it was the first
pass.
In the fourth quarter.
Soon after I said that to him, the first pass to the crib, win the championship game.
Yeah, damn.
That's just because if my ego kicked in, you know, it's a championship game. Oh, shoot, I want to shine.
Yeah, I want to shine.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, yeah, you want to come out? Come on, let's go.
Yeah,
and then I
that
get
camera.
it. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I look at it like this. I done had all the fun, the glory, wins, you name it, with my staff, with some of these guys. But like I said, it's not about me anymore. It's about the young guys. So had he came off the field, we never would know what would happen. So I use that to say this, man. A lot of guys, you know, especially with, I would say, other teams, you know, they bring in all these veteran players to come back in and they step on the young guys' toes. And you're never able to get over that hump because you don't see what your youngins have. So they're on the team, but years go by, seasons go by. And because you're stepping on their toes and not giving them that you know, the chance to get on the field and do something, then it's like, oh, well, we're still stuck in the same predicament. You know what I mean? So this year, the whole goal, even coming in training camp, was to let the young guys do everything in their power to get better, produce on the field, and let the veterans just fill in as we go.
See, that's what the WNBA should be doing, because they keep trying to. It's the same thing.
No, respect.
They want to, like you say, it's perfect. Let the younger generation do their thing. It's their time. And you're trying to hold on to these guys because they might have played for a certain team or it was sweet back in the day. Motherfucker, you 40.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you jealous of these young guys because they physically fit, they can do more things that's better, and then you want to go back and say, man, you want better than me.
Yeah.
When I played, I was this, and they don't want to hear that shit. Because again, they're wired different than we were. When we came up, we had to respect the OGs, and the OGs that told us how to do that, and it was a level of respect. Not saying that they don't, but these days they like, okay, well, this is what we gonna do. And I'm like, shit, go right ahead, young boy. You know what I'm saying? But they don't, they're not built. And when I say, and I want to, let me make sure I preface this right, because I don't want anybody to call on here talking about, no, I have to say this, because I'm not dissing them. I'm actually giving them props, because they don't give a damn. I just give you an example. I said, hey, son, when he was at junior high school, hey, I never had a chance to go to the prom. So junior or senior prom. Okay, here I'm in a chance. Hey, you want to drive my car? No, I'm good. Why the fuck you want to drive that piece of shit? These kids just want to get there and just go. They don't care about how it looks. I'm like, but you dressed up. They don't care about that. Well, we just gone. We gonna go out there. We gonna go hang out. Go to BW3s afterwards. We, on the other hand, we had to have a limo. We had to make sure that we ate with our uncle. You know, what is it, Ray Junebug, whoever it is that had the LTD or the caddy or whatever. Hey, can I drive it? Whatever he had, we wanted that. So it's the same thing. Let these young guys do their thing, man. Fuck that dumb shit. You go out there and break a leg, then what you got?
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? But you're right. Going back to these American herbs and these pills, take it.
He got something for you.
Trust me, I got
something for everything.
I bet you do.
well, what I was doing was, I haven't done it this year, but I've been building like a detox. So throughout the season, these guys stay fresh. So I do like my detox drink. I do foods as well. I do all different type of things, man. Because like I said, it makes no sense for you to have all these things bottled up, and when you can help somebody else, you know what I mean? And also, not even necessarily the young guys, but help the veterans stay healthy. So and even the young guys, they in tune with it too. You know what I mean? Hey, Coach, can you bring me some of the stuff to practice? Sure, no problem. Coaching staff's the same way. So what I try to do is, like, I don't try to keep things to myself. Any type of knowledge, whatever it is, I try to pass it on. Because
you don't gatekeep like everybody.
Nah, man. Nah, I just try to do the best I can, because, like I said, I don't think a lot of teams understand that philosophy of actually, when you have a young core, now is the time. You know, I don't think they understand it. I think it's just, and I say that to say this, you have other guys who come in and say, hey, well, they most will look at what they did, like you said, 13, 20 years ago. And they think this guy's going to do the same thing that he did 13, 20 years ago this year. Like, it's not happening. You know what I mean? So I just, like I told my young guys, man, listen, this is your platform. This is your time. Now let's go get it. And in training camp, we started off like that. My coaching staff, like I said, I think I have the best coaching staff in the state of Virginia. I'm just gonna be real with you. In the city of Richmond, in the state of Virginia, I think I have the best.
I heard that.
And let's be honest with you, three of them is not here. Coach Moo, Coach Vic, and Coach Bobby. They're not here right now. But shout out to Coach Vic, Coach Moo, and Coach Bobby. But yeah, man, I just, at the end of the day, I learned, because I started in this young and early, so I learned what not to do. As a young owner, I learned what not to do, what to do, and how to, just not put myself in that situation where I'm blocking my blessings from a lot of these guys. Because if I had all the veterans playing at once, trust me, I know for a fact a lot of these young guys walk away. Because not only are we stepping on their toes, but we're not, like I said, we're not giving them the platform and a chance to shine. So that wasn't my goal this year to say, oh yeah, we got all these veterans. Well, we didn't have a lot of veterans come back. We had like 8.
We had a really young team. We had like 20 guys under 25.
rookies.
We like the younger guys more anyway because they were practice.
Okay.
Vets don't like to practice. They just want to show up game
Show up
day and
and
play.
Right, yeah.
Because I've been
Yeah, he on that
I've
Kawhi
been
Leonard,
true
you know,
to this shit
you
for
know.
years. I can just show up and play. I'm like, I don't know how y'all do that. You don't practice, don't do nothing. You just get up.
Yeah,
off
you
the
got to
couch.
stretch, man. And
So
Yeah.
we kind of love when we play teams like that. We're like, they ain't practice. Yeah, look at them because we can see when they warming up, they going over their plays. So we just sitting there watching. Okay, that's what they gonna run.
Yeah.
We got y'all today, but that veteran experience is still vital to what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's more of the mental aspect to tell them exactly what to do, not to do, not the physical aspect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because again, maybe a little bit of the physical aspect is say, hey, young man, look, I'm gonna teach you how to do something that might be smarter and not harder. But then I can show you kind of do something. Y'all can go out to perform that. That's typically what the veterans will be. But
Yeah, these are our veterans. They'll tell you that.
yeah, I forgot.
They'll tell you
I
they've
keep
been
looking
around.
back,
They
got
know.
baby faces, man. But y'all excuse me, no
Be specific,
disrespect.
The young veterans.
Yeah,
Young veterans, yeah. Because I'm like, God damn. I'm like, shit. He said 10. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
27 is actually young in semi-pro. We
Yeah.
got team,
Yeah, I
30
get that.
plus.
Yeah.
All the team. The whole team is old and they out there still playing, and you can tell they ain't practice, but since they so used to playing with each other all the time.
Chemistry's a big part of
Yeah,
it.
kudos to
that
those who
chemistry,
still can do
getting
it.
together, and they can still win games. It's all chemistry. But if you can get a young team together like we did, mostly under 25 years old, and to come to practice whenever we have practice, because we only practice maybe once a week.
Yeah.
It's hard to
well,
do twice a week.
Yeah, I'm about to say twice. Thursday, and
Yeah.
then if we don't have a game on
Yeah,
Saturday.
we practice Saturdays, but it's hard to get everyone together twice a week. So we just do once a week, and we do Zoom calls. We do film study because we have somebody to film our games now, which is very important because we can always go back and go over our plays that we did like last game that we didn't communicate well, wasn't getting lined up right, but it was a lot of guys that we were trying out just to see if we can move forward with these guys.
Yeah, we gotta get some of these content creators out there to come out there because it's content.
Yeah.
To find out. So that goes to my next question. What do you as guys actually need? Like, so you say, hey, we need X, Y, and Z. I say for one, y'all definitely need more content creators. Because they're always, and there's a lot of local guys, or young guys around here that does it, because they can put out there what you guys are doing, because we don't know.
Yeah. Well, we have
a media team.
Yeah.
Okay,
She
okay.
does our TikToks, and we got a guy that does all our
Facebook,
graphics and
yeah.
Facebook.
Okay.
I do a lot of Facebook stuff. We got
Peter
Instagram.
and Maurice. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure y'all give me that so I can follow them so I can share it out there as well.
Yeah, so we got people that does stuff.
Shout
for
out to
us
Kira and shout out to Maurice.
to do the graphics and stuff. But I know in the league we was in, because of the guy that doing the 37U stuff, he kind of made it like a negative thing, but we took it as a positive thing.
Yeah.
He was at one of our games. I had to send you that video, and he did it on YouTube because he got Snoop following him because he was so popular right now. And we looked good in that game. We went up there and beat up on some team, and we were like, yeah, we young, they old. And he kind of made jokes of, the plays and the players and stuff like that, but it brought exposure to us.
Okay.
Because we had like a bunch of views off of that and our TikTok. From
And y'all got TikTok's page.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say
so-
that right now, y'all TikTok page, y'all Facebook page, y'all Instagram. Let people know that right now while we here.
Yeah, it should be the Richmond Jets,
Yes.
TikTok, Instagram.
And Instagram, I think it's the 804 Jets.
Yeah, the 804
Nah,
Jets.
it's the Richmond Jets 804.
Okay.
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 And
y'all-
the Richmond
We're going to
Jets
make sure
on
we put
Facebook.
that on the screen as well.
Yeah.
On Facebook is the Richmond Jets.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we do have platforms out there where we can get our names out there, and right now since we won the championship stuff, we're gaining more popularity and more people. We're actually getting more people say, "Hey, y'all got room for us," like
Yeah.
you were saying. So just winning and getting our brand out there so people can see it is starting to help us a lot. So hopefully next spring, after we're done with this season, we'll have more stuff out there where we could put out there. Hey, we got games. We actually try to do theme games because we did raffles,
Right,
to raise money.
Did the all white game.
Yeah, we did the all white out game. And we try to either give out merch like this. We even selling our championship shirts.
Okay.
Our guy right here, PD, made for us.
Yeah, we'll go. Yeah,
Which is funny. He made these shirts before the game.
Yeah.
That's how confident he was.
Yeah.
I was like, if we get there, maybe,
He
was that confident. I wasn't that confident. I was like, we get there, we just trying to get there.
shirts before the game.
Oh no, we already talked about that. Me and we was that confident.
Yeah,
Kenny.
for sure.
We knew what we had.
I was.
We know what we had.
I get nervous.
He-
I get nervous with games like that. It feel like something always bad because, like you said, the first chance.
Oh my God! Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
We was up.
Sit his
Our
ass
first,
down.
that's what I'm saying. The first championship we was in, we was up 8-6 going into halftime, trying to steal a couple of points. Got fumbled, picked it up for a touchdown.
Yeah.
Game. That was game. We never scored again. We never got close. We lost that championship game.
34-36. No, you're talking about the Chiefs. The Chiefs.
The original Chiefs
original
game.
Chiefs game.
We lost, so I always get nervous something's going to happen because even the other game here, it just started pouring down rain. Every game, it poured down rain in our championship game.
Mm-hmm.
And we on horrible fields. Unlike this year. We had it was a nice stadium. Chance of rain.
Where y'all played at?
Pasadena, Maryland.
Yeah.
Okay, don't know what the hell that is, but okay.
Yeah, it's outside of Baltimore. It's a nice school too. They had two turf fields, football fields at a high school.
Yeah.
One was a practice field, one was the actual stadium.
Yeah.
Nice.
They had this big
They got
eagle.
some money up there.
Yeah, they got some money. It's suburbs of Baltimore, so they must have money on that side of Baltimore.
Yeah,
And that's
okay. I'm gonna look that up.
But unlike other previous championship games, it was a chance of rain, but it didn't rain this time, which made me feel bad. 'Cause I told him if it's raining, I ain't gonna feel good.
but I also told him I said don't worry about it, man. If it do rain, we gonna be dancing in the rain. Once you win the championship, we gonna be dancing in the rain, man.
Yeah, so when I was riding up, I usually ride up with him and my son play, and usually they'll talk so much, but they didn't talk that much. He just did the regular. He said, "How you feel about the game?" That's usually how he asked me, "How you feel about the game?" I'm like, "I don't know if this happened. We should be good."
Don't talk to him before the game. Don't talk.
But they had the headphones on quiet. I'm like, damn, these niggas quiet ride up here. And it's almost a 3-hour ride. We had to go to DC traffic, man.
Now,
I'm nervous.
See, the difference between them and me, I rode up with one of my brothers who is on the team as well, and my girl. We all rode up together. We was goofing on the way all the way up there too.
Right.
Not worrying about the game or anything. Just we was like, yo, whatever happens, happens. Because the whole season, the main thing we was always worried about was the weather was going to mess up on us because we had it happen the year before last.
Didn't I
The weather
tell y'all
kept
that
messing
earlier?
up
Yeah.
and kept pushing our games back. So it was
Old
like,
stuff, man.
Yeah.
so it's like for the weather to hold up the whole season, we was thankful for that. Then for us to actually get to the playoffs, go past the conference game, and then get to the championship, we was all hyped because for a lot of us that played high school ball, we didn't make it to the championship in high school. So for us, it was special for us, especially some of us that were teammates together and we running it back together and playing semi-pro.
Okay.
So for us, it was we was celebrating on the sideline. Everybody was like, yo, they celebrating. Like, what?
Yeah.
Because it's special for us. So people got to look at it like you got to take this one chance at a time. It's like you never get the chance again. So for me, I'm grateful to get it. Like Coach Kev said, I took 13 years off before I came back and played football. Wow. Last year was my first year playing. Was playing both sides of the ball. I reached out to actually Sinclair because he's the one that talked to me at a game. But Ocho did reach out to me.
Shout out to the OG Sinclair.
In fact, shout out to OG. Ocho was the one that reached out to me during the pandemic, wanted me to come out and play, but I just had my kids, so I said I'm not going to do it. But last year I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can go out there and actually still do it. Went out there, got myself back in shape within 2 months. Next is history.
Wow. And did you play? You're from Richmond? You play locally football around here though?
I played at Armstrong and Huguenot.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, from the city. Yeah, most of it. And that's what a lot of times you find out with the semi-pros. A lot of the guys, that played semi-pro, most of them played in the city, stuff like that. So, you have a lot of guys that played in the county. At least I didn't. I could be wrong. You played in the city too?
Yeah.
Where you played at?
Huguenot and Meadowbrook.
Okay. Where you played at?
I don't even know what to call it. Prince George.
Hey, don't feel bad, man.
Yeah, still shout out to him though. Shout
Yeah, I mean, we still consider that Petersburg, you know what I'm saying? If all the lines are right then and there. So, no, so I can understand when you say that when you talk about winning, and now we're in the era where the parent wants to move the kid to a winning area so you can win more than go through the process like we did. You know, we had to play where we was at. You know what I'm saying? Won't no moving. Well, I want to go John Marshall. No, you ain't going over there. Well, I want to go to Huguenot. No, we ain't doing that. You know, so I mean, you know, you had to physically move in these places. So that's dope that you said that, because a lot of times your motivation is we want to win something.
Yeah.
You know, and even the guys who play these Vail leagues in basketball, most of those guys are playing because they didn't win nothing in high school. They just didn't. Ain't no shot or nothing like that. You know, it's just
That's
what
true,
it is.
right?
That's the truth. You want to get that winning feeling. So it's all dope, man.
Yeah, we do have a lot of guys that's from the city, but we do have guys that's driving from Waynesboro come here to play.
Yeah, Charlottesville,
Fredericksburg now.
Tappahannock.
Nah, one dude came down from Maryland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
That's when you win. That's what happens too. But
Well,
the
yeah,
Waynesboro
I was gonna say
guys,
that.
they joined us during the season though. We knew of them, so he was willing to come play with us. And you know, we know he can't make it at practice because we're like, you come from an hour, don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
But where Mike Green coming from?
Fredericksburg?
No,
Mike Green, he
like
Tappahannock.
Yeah, so we got guys coming from
where?
Tappahannock.
Yeah. But see, we get players from like inside the city, but most of them is like outskirts.
Okay.
You know, like outskirts, Hopewell, Petersburg, Dinwiddie, Tappahannock, Waynesboro, Charlottesville. The list goes on.
Shout out to Hopewell. Some
man,
great players from
yeah,
Hopewell.
Yes,
You know,
Shout out to
Hopewell's a hidden gem.
Yeah, it is.
and Petersburg because Barty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barty definitely was one of them guys.
But one of our better players, Tobias, is from Hopewell.
Tobias, shout out to
Kyle Tucker's
Tobias.
from there. Yeah, so Hopewell.
Well, Hopewell always had the dogs, whether it's football, basketball. You know, at least when we came up, it was always like that, and it's like that now. So, you know, shout out to Hopewell.
Yeah, we definitely always had a
So
fun.
we ain't gonna shit on Prince George. No, but the Tri-City area is all in the same area. It's pretty much the same. You know,
Now, the city guys for us, man. I mean, they're pretty much the solid, you know, the core pieces for what we building on. But like the guys who came along on the outskirts is always, like I said, been Hopewell, Petersburg, Waynesboro, Tappahannock. You know, goes on. But it definitely has been city guys who pretty much, you know, been with us since day one. You know what I mean? But
well, that's dope, man.
yeah, man.
Going to this championship, man. You know, y'all got the trophy here, man, looking all nice and everything. You know, the second trophy we had here on BallinVA, we don't get that too often. They talk about it, but they don't bring it. So, give us the backstory, man. Tell us what happened with the
man.
season. We got time.
Yeah, so we went. Nah, like I said, it all to me, and you know, and my staff and the guys, man. It all started off in training camp. It was a no bullshit attitude. You know, like we're not going for it. You know, you come out here, you're gonna have to show that you want to be a part of a championship team. Because last year we got to the conference championship and lost in the conference championship. Okay. And it was to I guess you could say it's a rival team in the area. You know, we lost to them, and that didn't sit well with us. And also just you know, having a vision of understanding that, you know, you can't repeat the same process over and over expecting to win. You know, so what I did, I sat down with my staff and I told them, I said, hey, I want to clean house. You know, because you, just like you said, you got guys who just, he said, you know, you got guys who just sit back on the couch and say, well, it's almost that time of the year again for me to pop up off the couch and just show up for game day. And I've been a part of that, man. It got to the point where it's just like I said, you can't keep repeating the same process expecting to win. Or just saying, you know, I want to be great. So we cleaned house. That's the first thing we did. We cleaned house, got all these rookies in, because I already knew my veteran guys and the other ones that was going to come back. They already told me, hey, Oaks, I'm coming back, but man, we got to do something. So
yeah, like Kari, he came back for this year too for the championship run. We had a couple of guys that did that haven't played in a while with us, and they kind of like, you know, they like me. I hate to see this man lose the game. So he started losing, or someone started teaming. I'm like, yeah, I'm coming back, coach. But yeah, we had a lot of veterans came back and said, yeah, we with y'all this year, and they committed. So it was like a year commitment, and we started last summer like we're doing now, getting guys on the field, getting a few games just to get a feel.
Independent, yeah.
So once we got those games in, we kind of knew where we stood when we came in the spring, but we still wasn't sure about that quarterback because many times, shout out to McKnight, he was like,
McKnight, man.
we need a quarterback. We need a quarterback.
Yeah.
Because that was drives the team. If you don't have a quarterback, you ain't winning nothing.
Yeah, you ain't doing much of anything.
Yeah.
That's the most important position on the field to me, outside of maybe the center who had touched the ball more than
Long snapper.
Yeah.
Long snapper.
He said long snap. Anybody touched the ball. But, yeah, we started this process last year after like you said, we talked about it with Clean House. We got all these new guys in, we recruited, and we started like early in January when everybody was not practicing because remember it was a lot of snow. So we got as many practices in as we could. And one practice we had like the most linemen I ever seen at practice.
We had 22 plus linemen at the practice.
Which is rare. We was able
Which is damn good too.
Yeah, we was able to do 11 on 11.
But the thing was last season that we didn't have that many linemen, and for offense, we only had maybe 5 to 6 offensive linemen. And then some of us was rotating both sides.
Yeah.
I was one of them playing offense and defensive line. So for us, it was hard on us, and it wore a lot of our bodies down to the point where even when we got to the playoffs, we didn't have nobody to actually come in and give us a breather. So we ran ourselves literally due to thirst. So for this season to come in and start the training camp, we had linemen showing up, and we had 20 deep. It was a lot. It was special for us, especially for us linemen that was there from last year. Because it was like, yo,
shout out to the linemen, man. Shout out to the linemen. Shout out to the linemen.
And we had to cut players too, so
Yeah.
we had to make some tough decisions.
Yeah, I'm about to say, which was tough.
That lets you know that the league is growing, that your team is growing. So that's a beautiful thing.
Exactly.
You know, so like you said, you got to start over, but that's dope.
Yeah, that was definitely the confidence builder for us because, like I said, we just knew that we had to clean house.
Linemen, shit.
Yeah, we knew we had to clean house.
Yeah, that's fucking rare. I'm like, shit, y'all, that motherfucker look like Holly
It's
Springs
like
or somebody.
Other
Shit.
city teams that play semi-pro hoarding all the big guys, and just to get guys to come in to play, that's tough. Lineman is hard to recruit.
Yeah, that's very rare. But like you said, if you can, solidify that part right there, everything else you can figure out as you go.
Yeah, because you can get skills all day.
Everybody a receiver, everybody run back.
Let me touch the ball. I can do that. Let me show you what I
Anybody
can
who
do.
actually want to block, do their job, but maybe play on the offensive line. Man, shit. Y'all came off.
Yeah, funny about that. I know you're talking about championship game, but one time we was in North Carolina, we only had 13 players. This fool want to play offensive line tackle.
No. Let's get that. Let's get that right. Hold on, wait. No.
That's funny though.
I had no choice but to play. So make sure you say that. I had no choice.
He had no choice, but that's that's the other thing. Traveling semi-pro, you travel, you be lucky to get 20 players. That's why everybody wants you to travel to them, because they figure you gonna show up light. Because most of the time, the first we ever went was to Philly. We had a game in Philly. We talked about 20-something players there.
And shout out to Mike Vick because we played on his field. That was Mike Vick's field.
Okay.
So we were playing in Philly. We had about 20-something players, but that's the first we ever traveled, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because we went to North Carolina, deep North Carolina, where we were that day. Yeah. And we only had 13 guys and 14.
And the game with 10.
Yeah, 2 got hurt. And we had a straight up kicker that had to play. I said, just stand back there. Don't let nothing get by you. But he had to play offensive line, tackle. He got 2 back-to-back holding calls. The ref said, I can call it every time on him. He had to stop calling him because he wouldn't block him. He said, this dude bigger than me. And what are you going to do? I'm going to grab him. I said,
man, I would have been on the ground.
Hey, look, man. It's going to do what it takes to win the game.
I'd have been.
He couldn't call holding no more because he was like, he did it back-to-back. I said, I can't keep throwing the flag on him.
Man, you told somebody what. Hey, I'm sorry. I'd have laughed, man. No offense.
Nah, it's cool, man. But it felt good, though, because I actually scored that game on a pick 6.
Yeah.
And it pretty much played good. And he held it down. It was a little frustrating because, like he said, the guy, we didn't have enough players. But we still, like I said, we got out there and we did what we had to do, man. So
it's the hardest thing to do. Travel, and you travel late. You're 3-4 hours away from the house. We in North Carolina. It's hot that day.
Yeah, man.
Because they had no lights.
So do y'all have to meet up one place or y'all follow behind each other? Or y'all just say, hey, it's the itinerary. We'll see y'all there.
We try to do our itinerary.
Yeah,
we meet up.
We meet at Eastern Henrico. That's on the east side.
Yeah,
we meet over there and we just carpool. Some guys decide they want to drive on ahead of time or whatever, so they just do that. But I try to make sure I get the whole collective group in one area. So if somebody needs a ride, you can ride with your teammate. And that's what I mostly do most of the time. But yeah, back to what you were saying about as far as the championship run, man. It was more so like it started in training camp. Everything started in training camp. The cleaning the house, the coaches having a no bullshit attitude when it comes to production and all that. And not to stray off topic, but to touch on the subject when you were talking about the away games. I think this season and last season was the best 2 seasons we had as far as traveling. Because I don't care how many we travel with, we know those guys don't get the job done.
Yeah, because remember, the game we traveled, we had to go to D.C. to play the Panthers before the playoff. Okay. I didn't want to do the game because it didn't mean nothing. We couldn't move up. We was already locked in at number 2 seed.
Right.
We forfeited, we would have lost our home game. So I said we had to go up there. We had maybe 20, 25 people commit.
Yeah.
We were like, we just go up there. They was in a higher division than us too, so they can have 60 players, and they showed up with all their players.
Yeah, they did.
And we had 20. We showed up to that game, and
we won.
We won in overtime.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Yeah, and that kind of like
yes, sir.
It boosted us. Yeah,
it boosted us for the playoffs. Go like, we battle tested. We ready for the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
And we kind of showed up against a good team. They was a real good team.
Oh yeah, they were.
And we beat them, and after that, we just felt like we could beat anybody at that point.
So these games, like, what's the scores like in these games mostly? Because y'all said 12-6, man. That's like
yes, some of them is tough games. You know what I mean? Because I don't think anybody has the mindset to come out and just laying down to whatever. It don't matter what division you playing against.
Right.
But I think with us, it's just like I said from training camp, our mindset, and I've said this to my players, my staff. There's not one game that I stepped on the field and had a doubt in my mind that we might lose to these guys. Because I knew what we had in training camp as far as the young guys locking in and playing.
The game's very, like our schedule, he put the easier games, so-called, in the beginning half and the hard. So we had an 8-game season. Our first 4 games, we won, 44-0.
48.
32-0.
48-0 against the Buck.
22-8. And 6-0.
Yeah.
28.
So the scores vary, depending on who we playing, like, we know when we go in to play somebody, we're going to see that whole roster.
Yeah.
When they come to see us, we're like, we're lucky to see most of that roster.
Yeah.
But most teams, like when the team we play in the championship, when we play in the regular season, we've seen that whole roster twice.
So let me help me understand, why is that though? Like, why doesn't everybody don't really want to travel? But of course, the home games, everybody can be there. So why do you think that you can't get a full roster to go to North Carolina? Why is that?
For the most part, if you ask me, I think it's more so, some guys struggle with, getting time off from their jobs.
Okay.
Family issues, personal issues,
that makes sense.
And stuff like that. But some of them do a really good job of communicating. But we just what we'll do is a week or two before the game, we'll put a poll in a group chat, and we see who can. And let's be honest with you, we might get 30 that say yes, but come game day we get 20, 25.
Okay.
Just because of something that pop up or anything happen. But
car troubles in it.
Yeah, all that. So
I won't even think about that.
Oh yeah.
That makes
so
sense.
for the most part, it varies. Give and take here and there, and sometimes you will have guys that we didn't think that's gonna make it actually show up to the game. So that's a part of it. But
we try to do a van.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the expenses. We rent a.
Yeah, because everybody don't want to have to pay gas. And
But the problem is, he's usually driving it. He play a game and drive it both ways.
Back and forth. So it don't matter where we go. I'm the driver up and I'm the driver back.
Yeah, you trying to take the load off everybody. It makes sense.
Yeah, and I love it, man. I don't complain. It's not something I complain about. It's not something I say, hey, well, I wish somebody else, because I've been doing it for so long. It just becomes to a point where you just like, you know what? This is it's like second nature now. You know what I mean? I have times when we come back from the game and we at the recreation center till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning waiting on players ride's gonna pick them up. Or if I have it where I can drop them off, I'll just tell them get in the van, drop them off, drop the van off, then I have another hour ride, go home.
Yeah.
So but
just like the Panthers game, we went downtown to eat in D.C.
Yeah.
I don't think we left D.C. till what 12,
1 o'clock. Yeah, almost 1 o'clock.
Yeah, you did all that traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we missed all the traffic. That's one way, but we wanted to eat. We
But
kind
it
of
was
celebrating.
raining like crazy, man. Come back, we couldn't see nothing.
Yeah,
but
it did rain that day.
Yeah. Like I said, it just started in training camp, and moving on to the schedule now. We knew we had games that was challenging, and we knew we had games that we should win. So the tough games was the Silverbacks, the Titans, and the Panthers.
And
But
these are local teams or just teams?
nah, they all over.
Most of them northern teams.
Yeah.
The league win, the ECFA, most of the teams are northern teams.
Oh, yeah.
We had the one team that's in the
Don't
757.
forget the Knights too.
Yeah, in the Knights.
Yeah, the Knights.
So those games, to be honest with you, there wasn't any game on that schedule that we could look at and say, oh yeah, well, this is something that we should just breeze through, because, like I said, everybody shows up to play football. It doesn't matter their rankings, what their record is. If they're playing against your team, that they know that, okay, well, these guys are coming to play. Believe me, they're going to be on edge, and they're ready to go against a top-notch team. So we always had, like I said, in the back of my mind, there wasn't any game that I step on the field and say, look, we might have a chance today of losing. Nah, the confidence was there, and I knew moving. I don't want to jump the gun, but moving into the conference championship, a lot of my players and my staff was like, hey, just relax. Let's just get over the hump with this one first. And I'm like, nah, I'm not trying to hear that. We worked for this all year. We're gonna win this. That was my confidence, because I haven't felt like that in a while, but I felt like that with this squad, with what we had, with the coaching staff. Like I said, with the no nonsense, I knew that moving into the season, well, not the season, because we still didn't realize, we didn't really know what we have until, like, I would say, the first scrimmage.
I say game one because we still didn't know.
Yeah. First scrimmage, game one. So it was that was it.
The Ducks game when we went up to DC and beat the Ducks 4-0. Because I was like, if we won 20-0, I'd be happy. We was up 20-0 at halftime, so I was like, this is beyond my expectation. And that's when he said, I knew it was a championship team. I was like, I still.
The OG said he did.
We had like 300 in the L too.
Yeah.
But like this.
Yeah.
But like this, we're doing something right. If we up high enough, he's able to switch out all the stars, put the second players in. Then he's real confident.
Yeah.
A lot of us that was out there playing the whole game, we stopped going in the field within the third or fourth quarter. And then fourth quarter, maybe like the last 5 minutes, he was like, you know what? Hey, you go on the field. Jesse, come out. Jesse be the main one. Be like, come on.
Yeah, I ain't
He don't want to come out.
I ain't getting out.
Yeah, he ain't coming out the game.
I ain't getting out. No.
He said, I ain't coming out till I get a pick or something.
Yeah, I ain't getting out.
Because championship game, I was surprised. He was like, yo, go ahead, man. I'm like, huh? What?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, go ahead, man. I'm saying, he's like, all right, nah, game on line now. Come on.
Yeah, but even like him, the first game, we was up 44-0. I was sending him on blitzes. He said, Coach, we up by 44. I said, I don't care. I want my shutout. He get a sack and he happy, but I'm like, man, we trying to prove something, because the other team we had to play was on the sideline. So we were trying to make an example of the team to show them what they were gonna get.
Y'all would be.
Yeah, they got it worse because they started talking. Then
They started.
Yeah, they were recording us and everything. So we were like, yeah, we're gonna give y'all a little piece of what y'all gonna
And
get.
they were
y'all
still
plays.
over there looking at us. They're like, oh, we gotta play them. Oh, and that's what happened.
We definitely had like 300 passing first game.
Yeah.
Had,
God damn.
Along with 200 probably rushing too.
Yeah, Ant had a good game that game.
Yeah.
Shout out to the old line with 15 pancakes all together.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Right? Lord, the O-line, baby. You better tell them that.
Hey, look.
They'll stop blocking.
Hey, look, that's the one day we had a hard time doing was running the ball. This is the first year we ran the ball down people's throats with no problem. It was the first game and the championship game, and people
Championship
hated us.
game. We loved that. Talking about that. We was down a lot of games going into the fourth quarter. We was down going into the fourth quarter of that game. He was like, we're about to punt it. I didn't really want to punt it. He said, man, let's run that fake. And we ran the fake in the fourth quarter, and they blew the whistle and said, hey, we didn't put the ball in play. And we were like, man.
One ref was counting us down, and then the other ref was like, he didn't blow the whistle to start the play. So we started it, and then he blew it dead right when. I was like, oh,
So we ended up having to punt it in the fourth quarter down. And we were like, man, we're down.
that was about to
But
be it, though.
defense got, they got the 3 and out in the fourth quarter. We're down 8-6. Was it 8-6 or 10-6?
No, 8-6.
Yeah.
Yep.
Defense got the 3 and out. We punt the ball, like you said. Next play, Raheem scored.
Yeah.
We go up. At that point, we knew there
was
was
it.
so much excitement. I was trying to get everybody to calm down.
Defense did the rest.
Yeah, it was hard to get people to calm down after we scored because it was like 10 minutes still left, and we just scored a big play, and we kind of seen it was trying to turn. The momentum turned.
They didn't get past the 40 the whole game. So we got one touchdown, but they didn't no more than.
Yeah, we got after we scored, we got another 3 and out. They had the ball with 7 minutes to go. They did.
And we just stayed in power and ran it down their
Ran it
throat.
down
Yeah,
Ran
that was the
it
ultimate
out.
all lineman game in the fourth quarter. To have the ball 7 minutes and they couldn't stop the
We had
run.
a second.
And we got all short backs. We don't got no
yeah.
big backs.
Oh yeah.
And they would run through your
Yeah,
face.
so they can.
Them backs will run through your face.
Yo,
Believe that.
Shout out to Ed, shout out to Isaiah.
Shout out to Isaiah. And now we got Zari as well, too.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, man.
Yeah,
But
run the clock off for 7 minutes in the game. They had
Yeah,
the ball with 8 seconds left. I was showing them we was watching the game because we don't watch this game like 5-6 times.
I watched it yesterday.
They mismanaged that last.
They horrible time management.
Yeah, they had horrible
They
time
had
management.
timeouts and didn't use them.
They had 3 timeouts with 7 minutes to go and 2-minute warning, and got the ball back with 8 seconds left.
Yeah, you said the same thing I said, right? Like,
Yeah, how you not get the ball back with at least a minute left on the clock?
And it's crazy because the 2 games that we lost going into the championship, well, throughout the whole season, was to the team that we beat in the championship. We lost to them in overtime.
Okay.
And then we lost another overtime game to
Well,
the
we was
Titans.
at the goal line. We was at the goal line.
Yeah.
We got stopped at the goal line. The
Yeah.
time ran out.
Yeah.
All our
man.
games was-
all our games was close.
All the games that we won or lost was like that. It was nail biters, and I hated that.
One of the players
I like
on the
those.
team said that he actually scored, but I don't know.
I actually like those games
You like-
because they get to be strategic and you
Yeah.
can just kind of like
As a
it tells
coach-
you a lot about your team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as a coach, it makes you like, but sometimes it's like, for me, it's just like you kind of see when people panic in certain situations. So I get to see how you react and not react.
See, we were battle tested. That's why that championship game, once we got the lead, we knew we had it. Our defense was locked in.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they said, even at halftime when we was talking, we were like, if they give us a score, we gonna win.
Yeah.
We said that several times. They score, we gonna win.
Yeah.
I don't even think we argued at halftime.
No,
Nah.
we said chill, just kind of
Yeah.
talk. Cause I told them at halftime, I said, if y'all want to be great, we got to win this game.
See, at least he being honest because that's the big thing. You get in the locker room halftime, everybody arguing about, man, you ain't doing this and you ain't doing that and
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. The coach
That's the
ain't
thing.
doing this.
Semi-pro. When we see them arguing, we know we got them.
Yeah.
Okay.
When they argue with each other, we got them.
That's right, because y'all outside. It ain't like y'all walking into a locker
Yeah.
room and anything like that.
Especially when they spill onto the field. Like, it's one thing they arguing on the sideline, but when they start arguing with each other on the field, it's like,
Yeah.
That's crazy because I was watching a basketball game yesterday and I'm sitting up here like, okay, y'all off the court at halftime, but then y'all come on halftime and y'all out here arguing with each other out on the sideline, like, or whoever you talking to. I'm sitting up here like, and me and my son was watching the game. I was like, why the hell are they doing that? Like, as I'm the opposing team, I'm looking at it like, yeah, we got it.
him.
Yeah, we got this. Like, you can't show that.
Yeah.
So that's dope, man.
I forgot to point out that we went undefeated on the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's hard.
That fucking matters.
Yes, we did.
That's hard to do.
But I-
5-0?
5-0.
Yeah, because whenever we travel, it was never any issues because, like I said, everybody that traveled with us, they know that. Listen, you have to do your job 1,000%. Forget 100. You have to do your job 1,000% and some.
But yeah, because you don't know what
never.
you do.
There you go.
what
You
you
never
can
know
do.
what position you might end up being called for, or whatever like that. So we started off 4-0, and like I said, I knew going into the season we had a chance of running the table because of after week 1 and just moving forward as we progressed. So we started off 4-0. I think we lost the
Titans.
We lost the Titans. Then we beat the Buckeyes. Then we lost to the Knights, and then we just ran the rest of the schedule. So that transferred into the championship game. Now, like I said, going into the championship game, it was like I said, we played the Knights before. So we knew what to expect. Like Coach P said, we knew what to expect, and we knew that it wasn't going to be an easy game because the score itself says what it's supposed to be. A close game, I think both team has been battle tested, right? Because I know they played the Storms was like the only 3A team they played.
2A, yeah.
Yeah, 2A team they played.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the Storms, if you ask me, they ain't no slouch either. So, playing a team like that will give them some type of confidence. But I just knew that going into that game, like I said, my confidence was through the roof. And sometimes when your coaching staff is confident, when the players are confident, it transfers over on the field. So if I went to this game saying to my players, man, I don't know, or telling my coaching staff, man, I don't know. Yeah, he tell me all the time. I'm like, hey, man.
I don't tell the rest of the players that.
Yeah, and I'm like, hey, man, let me tell you something, man. What I've seen on the field in practice all season, what I've seen, especially when we was down, I've never seen this team when we was down, and some of our pro guys get down and they start taking their stuff off, they start going to the car, they start. I wish you would. Not over here. If you do that, don't come back. It's just that simple.
They'll be on a different team next week.
Yeah, exactly. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. We don't go for that, man. But to continue what you say about getting to the championship, that was just the bumps and bruises and the obstacles we had to go through. But championship game, we got there, started stretching. We got off our bus, and there was a few of their players in the parking lot, and they was quiet. But then as soon as the bus pull up,
they start chirping.
They start talking crazy.
Oh,
and we were just like,
I like that.
Okay. All right, cool, And we just got on the field and nobody talked, nobody said nothing. And I think one of the coaches said something, because when I was on the field warming up, he said, the Jets don't fly today. The Jets get grounded today. What? And I walked over there and I told him, I said, man, let's take flight. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So, it definitely, man, it was a fun season.
I like that.
It was a fun season, man. And the guys produced, offense, defense, only allowed all season, if I'm correct, a total points of 54.
Was it 54?
Yeah. Combined, yeah.
Yeah, something like
54 the whole season. And offense put up over 200 plus. Mm-hmm. So it was a season for the ages, man. This is something that will go down in Jets history, not only because of the production, but like including myself, Coach Petey, Coach Kevin, Jesse, Kari. It's been a long time. These guys, they come in and this is second season or second year, but some of these guys, like the rookies who just came in, they won their first championship right off the bat.
Yeah.
So to them, that's like, they're excited, but we're more like, wow, we sitting there and all like, man, we finally did it.
It takes a while to get there, because like you said, the first year, 10 years ago, we was in the championship. And it took us 10 years to get back to another league championship. Yeah. That's not easy, but to them coming in year one, you win a championship, yeah. I understand that feeling, but it's not easy getting back to this point.
Because that's what I was going to ask my next question, the repeat. So y'all got the rings, man. Y'all show them rings on that camera, man.
Yeah.
Y'all came in here blinking in here.
Yeah, shout out to Greg. He gave us the game.
Yeah, shout out to the Flip,
commissioner.
Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The whole ECFA, man.
After we won, he gave out rings. He had the size and.
Oh yeah.
This is one.
Hey man, shout out.
We're gonna get our own rings too, but
the first league to ever done something like this.
That's what I already said. Because people cheat.
Usually they give out medals. They give out medallions or something.
Yeah, they give you some bullshit. Yeah, that AAU
but
shit.
they give a ring out
man.
on the field?
And
that's why I was like, what?
Yeah, it's solid, man. He, right after the championship game, present the trophy, present the rings. And it was special, man, because, some of the guys, first year guys, vets and, we all we was in awe, man. Like, we were just trying to figure out, and it's crazy. If you watch the game, after the whistle and the game was over with, he was trying to find me on the field, and the whole time I'm beside him. And he's like, where Ocha? I'm like, yo, I'm right here. He's like, where Ocha? I'm like, right.
He was just gone.
So he was just I was gone. Because we actually spoke about that moment, man, and to actually see it come true, man. It was just, everybody was just excited, man. And it's a feeling for the ages, man.
Well, it's good to see that the league is invested. Because a lot of times people don't want to spend no money. Like I said, people cheat. So the fact that you guys said all of that says a lot, because like you said, they give you some cheap ass medallions, some shit they didn't bought, Dick's Sporting Goods or something.
Hey, you participated.
Flip did his thing with these, man. He's certified. I appreciate you, Flip.
That's dope, man. Because I'm glad you said it, because people listening and stuff like this, they want to know how much people are invested in this thing. So.
Yeah, he did his thing, man. This is the first league to ever done a 1A, 2A, and a 3A. And they told him, man, don't do that because ain't nobody gonna play and all that. And he took the chance and he did it. And now this is now one of the biggest things in semi-pro. This league has also been one of the biggest leagues in semi-pro as far as strength and just nationwide, well known. So, to win a championship in this league, man, it's a plus. And like I said, the way we did it, I mean, we could have been undefeated. We wanted to go undefeated, but it didn't happen. But
we can still have goals for next year for that.
Yeah.
And 2 P.
Yeah, there you go. right. You got a lot of goals to put down.
That's the most important thing. But man, we did it, man. That's the most important.
No, congrats to you, man. So what I want to know, I'm kind of selfish in this one. Who get to take that home?
we don't have
I was gonna say that, but I said I'll let them tell me who did it.
I'm not stingy with it, as long as you bring it back. And I most likely try to share it with guys that's responsible.
Hold on, you be quiet.
All right,
I won't give it to him. All right, man. You ain't spill it out. No disrespect.
Tell what happened to it. Tell what happened to it.
No, you telling the truth. All right, you being politically correct right now.
All right, so don't get me wrong. Ocha would let anybody take it, but after what happened at the championship cookout, he keeping that trophy with him at 24/7. Because our quarterback, shout out to McKnight, I know he's young, his first year getting the ring and all that stuff. He took that trophy and drove out without nobody noticing. Left. He just had it in his car, just rolled off.
Yeah.
He hit the chat and said, "Yo, it's levels to this, but whoever took the trophy, bring the goddamn trophy back." He said, "If y'all don't bring it back,"
ain't mad at you.
He said, "If you don't bring it back, everybody's is gonna get punished at practice." McKnight was like, "Man, they're gonna have fun." The whole team just looked at him like, "Really?" Even us, the captains and the vets looked at him like, "Bro, you a captain at that, one of the youngest captains, and you doing this? Come on, dog."
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's a video. We have a video in the chat. He pulls back up. The whole team swarms his car and said, "Really?" He's like, "Hey, look, y'all laughing, y'all having fun. That's all I wanted. I'm going home now."
We need that video, man. We might need to post that, man. We might need to add that on here so we can let people see what was going on. Just to do.
Nah, I mean, I wasn't too mad. It was just for the fact that he didn't ask. You know what I mean? Because that's something in that moment in time. If he would ask about it now, I'll probably consider it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
that means it's a no.
You got to consider it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like,
That's like,
right there.
that's why we laugh. We're trying to find games, for the summer. You get hey, you want to play a game? What y'all do? And you get no more response, we know we're not getting that game no more.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing,
Yeah.
We're all looking for games right now, but it's kind of hard when you win the championship. No one wants to play us, but the teams underneath us, we feel.
Yeah.
Well, who do they need to contact? I mean, talking to the camera, let them know y'all looking for games and who they need to contact. Or, I mean, anything can help. I mean, I don't know.
For the most part, me and him and Coach Petey, we stay on, like, reaching out to, like, whether it's local teams out of state, whatever. But some of them, they don't want to play because now they're either moving into the summer season and they just don't, to me, they just don't know what they have. So us coming off a championship run and we're still gelling, to them it's just like, even I'm going to be honest with you, even top-notch team, they're like, well, if we lose to y'all, we just lost to a team that we think that we're better than.
Don't want to mess up the
Not
rankings.
knowing, but they think they're better than us. So it's just like, oh, yeah. We don't want to play them because
Speaking of
if
that,
we
we do
lose
have rankings now. We rank. So people, national rankings for semi-pro.
Oh, yeah.
And we're ranked right now.
Yeah.
So sometimes teams be like, hey, we don't want to mess up our national rankings because it's like the Sunshine Bowl is next week. That's where everybody want to go to. So they don't want to mess that up. So they won't play extra games anymore.
Yeah, but you are what you say you are. Why worry about that?
Hey, we reached out to everybody.
Come on now.
That's just
Come on now.
We said, hey, this the rankings, this where y'all at. You don't play
good
games.
players.
Yeah. So what they try to use, which I'm gonna mention it. Like we've always been a 3A. we always been into. We played in any division you put us in. The only reason why let's clear this up and why we on air. The only reason why we went to the 1A division is because like we all know we had a young team,
A lot of young players.
Which makes sense. You want to see what you got.
Exactly. I don't want to just put my team in a league to get dragged just to prove something.
Right.
You know, these guys are young, and I'm gonna tell you what happened. Like I said, I've been in this for a long time, so I know what happens most of the time. You put a team in a division to get beat up and banged up with these young guys. They don't come back the next season.
Kill their confidence.
Exactly. They kill their confidence and then they leave,
Right.
and then you struggling trying to revamp the team and move on. So why not put them in a division where they can not only compete, but you also can see the development as the season goes on.
That just makes sense.
So that's what we did. So what I was trying to say is what they try to use against us now is like, oh well, y'all play in the 1A division, but hello, we beat 3A and 2A teams on the way to a championship.
So damn, even in semi-pro, you still got this politics.
Yeah,
Like,
That's
it's
what it
worse.
is.
It's worse.
Always.
When it's with us, it's like we don't want to hear nothing they got to say. They're in one, but we just beat 2A and 3A teams, solid teams.
what happened to just competition?
Oh man, we talk about all this.
You get on the trash talk. Is all these trash talk pages on
Right.
Facebook.
Everybody
You
doing
talking
that.
trash. We did that for a whole 2-3 weeks trying to get a game.
Okay,
against
that's what-
either another champion or run up or somebody. Just prove how good we are.
Yeah.
It's always was a no. Why would we play y'all? Why would we do this? Every excuse. you
Why
can
is it
think of.
why? Let's line up and do it.
What one guy said? Hey, let's bet 10 stacks.
Yeah. He ain't even got 10K.
10 stacks to play a 1A team, but you a so-called 3A or 2A team.
Usually, when people throw money into a situation
know.
like that, that's almost like Layla Ali asking Clarissa Shields, "If you give me $15 million, I'll fight." And then you didn't think she was gonna come up with the money, but she came up with the money.
Yeah.
Layla Ali, you almost 50 years old. You ain't gonna be fighting that damn.
You
No,
ain't
you're
doing no
not.
fighting.
Like for 15 million, I need another 15 million.
Nah, for real though.
And I got the
30.
venue.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah,
So
but-
that's usually what that means.
Yeah, it's just the politics behind it, man. You know, they try to make it belittle you, make you seem like you can't compete. When they in the back of their mind, they know once they get on the field with you, it's problems.
Right.
They know that, but like I said, they want to keep on trying to bring you down and try to say that your program is not this and that. But like I said, once they step on the field with y'all, they already know what time it is, and especially some of those guys who played against you before. But as we all say, when you're on a platform, it sounds good versus when you're on the field.
Ego.
Yeah.
That's all it is, man.
So it's all male ego. Trade your ego in for equity.
No, because honestly, like when a lot of players, when we first found out we was going 1A, we was pissed.
Yeah, they were.
Like we was pissed.
I caught a lot of slack.
Especially me, like I'm a dog. I'm not
wanna play
finna
that,
do
man.
it. I'm not finna do it. But after talking to them, it was like, I understand his logic behind it.
Yeah, which makes sense because, like you said, from a number standpoint, like I don't want to play down there. It's like Phoebus going down there to play 1A. You're like, why would I want to do that?
Yeah.
I'm playing in 4A or 5A. But yeah, so you get that point. But you have to communicate.
Oh yeah.
It turned out good though. It really turned out good. Like offense, put up numbers. Defense, I think our secondary had like 6+ interceptions this season, so it turned out good.
And y'all saw what everybody was.
yeah.
It's all growth.
Oh yeah, because that was the main, that was the mission, to get in there and have these guys show me what they have for the next season or even for the future. Because I mean, some of these guys, someone wants to go off the JUCO, someone wants to go off to arena. So by seeing what they have, and I can even reach out to the coaches and say, hey, look, I got a guy over here that can run a 4.3, great route runner. Good hands. I got a running back and do this. I got a quarterback. So those are the developments you want to see as you move forward with your team. Not just to say, oh, let's just grab a few guys off the streets and go compete in the division. And just like he said, get them beat up and kill their confidence. And then now you have to start over and try to rebuild a team. Then it's like, okay, where do we go from here now? So that's just, that's it with this team, man. We knew what we had going in and what we needed to do. And like he said, yeah, him and my other captain, Goodnight, shout out to Goodnight. They was like, as soon as I announced it, hey, Ocho, why we going down to 1A? I say, just look around you, man. I cleaned house. I cleaned house completely. Just look around you and see what's going on. And as it progressed, because even he hit me out too. Was like, "Is this what we doing now?" I said, "Hold on, what?"
Like, what's this?
It was a little bit of a joke at first. I was like, let's drop the 1A and win a championship. He was like, nah, they ain't gonna do it. Then I was like, all right. Then he said, no, let's do it for real.
Let's do it, man.
That was hard to understand. Like, coming back into the fold, like he did clean house. Like
Yeah.
I knew nobody on the team, probably 4 people.
Yeah.
And out of those 3, they were rookies when I was playing.
Yeah.
Besides this one, he old. I
He called old.
I was rookie when he was.
It's funny when they call the guys over 25 old.
Man, that's crazy now.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
They old, but they call them OGs because they 27, 29.
Man, I had the young bull, the Love Day Summer League here 2 weeks ago, and they was breaking that down. They were like, okay, well, if you between 21 and 27, I guess you some, and then he said, oh, you OG, so you 50, so you over there, then you was, I don't know how to promote that shit, man.
You know, the YN.
Yeah, you got the YN. You got the YNs, the unks, the OGs. You know what I mean? And the old heads.
So I was like, okay. He said, no, you OG, or you unk. I was like, huh, what?
Yeah.
All right, okay, well, I'll be that.
They don't broke it down, man. You're
Yeah,
right.
they had to break it down for me because I didn't understand. I was just like, okay, all right, I'm trying to keep up, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's dope, man. Well, anything else y'all got, man? This is fun, man. I learned a lot today that I didn't know, and that's one thing that I try to be. I'm like, I don't try to know everything, but
Yeah.
a lot of times I be like,
Oh yeah.
this is
All right. We also have a championship bowl game that we call the I-95 Championship Bowl game, and we play that every year at the end of our season. And this year, I mean, it's been, you know, like I said, we've been trying to find teams to fill that bowl game. And sometimes, like, what we do is like we'll get a collection of team and just put them in a pot, and whatever team get pulled from that pot, that's who we play. Because the year before that, we were supposed to play the New York Green Wave, and they didn't. Somehow it just fell through. And then the North Carolina Red Devils, they filled in for that game. So that's also a bowl game that's ranked. And, you know, from here on out, every game that we win moving forward will go towards our record, you know, and keep on bumping us up. So we use those type of platforms to not only get more exposure, but to just to stay, you know, stay relevant, you know, stay moving around. Right now we're doing independent summer/fall season where we're just like, because most of the guys that won this championship right now, some of them is just you know, sitting, you know, handling family business, getting back to, you know, the money, whatever it is. So we don't force them to be a part of what we got going on right now, which some of them are, but we just like, hey, handle your business. So like what we do now is like anybody that we trying to get in for the spring, so we get them out there right now. For next spring, we try to see what they have now, rather than just sit at the house and just wait and say, hey, well, we're gonna start training camp January, and just, you know, now these guys, we have to like start all over again. So we just trying to keep the train rolling by doing these, you know, these games as we move along. And we also got invited to the national championship game, which is called the Neptune Bowl. So, you know, they in the Virginia Beach, so they have the Sunshine Bowl and then they have the Neptune Bowl, and both of those are national championship games. So we're just waiting on that one to move forward. But yeah, we still gonna be. Hey, trust me, we still gonna be moving around, man.
okay.
You know, the train don't stop. We still gonna be moving around.
That's dope, man. Keep it going, man. Sound like y'all, it's a lot of time.
Yeah.
A lot of time, and especially when you're trying to build something, so you try to get all the help that you can get. So
Oh yeah.
it's understand.
Yeah, we're always looking for help. So thank you for this opportunity to do the podcast. And
Oh yeah.
like
yeah,
you
it's
were
good. 'Cause
saying-
like I said, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, we just want to help guys that, you know, maybe didn't play in high school, because we got a kicker now that didn't play in high school, a soccer player.
Really?
He kicking 50-yard field goals.
Yes,
He's
sir.
20 years old. I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
you
you need
might
it.
can,
Yeah,
you know. So we're always looking for guys that's, you know, looking to continue to play or want to get back into it so they can either go to school or rent or whatever they want to do. So we're just trying to get guys opportunity to stay off the streets too.
Yes.
That's
it.
our main focus.
That's our main. Yep. Main focus.
Just to help these guys out, because not everyone, like you said, is going to be a Kari to get his masters.
Right. Everybody know how that right.
No,
At
some
27.
some people want to.
He got goals for real.
Some people just maybe want to, you know, work and have their own business and just, you know, have fun.
Danny, also, man, it's you know, and again I go back, you know, women don't think I'm bashing y'all, but it's a safe place for the men, the camaraderie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, it gives you an outlet. A lot of things that we can't say or do, we got to go out here and take that aggression out here. You know, it gives us a place to do. Give us, you know, excuse me, I'm just gonna say it, it's a nigga time. You know? Just what it is. So, which helps. You don't understand that.
Yeah, we grew up in the city. You know how it is. We have somebody killed in high school and be like, oh, well.
Yeah. See that? It's like you come outside. I tell people I said I come outside to look to the left, look to the right. And, and a lot of guys you see, I go to the cemetery all the time, see my grandparents, and I see a lot of dudes I grew up with. And people I went to school with, and I'm just looking like, and I didn't even know they were dead. And I was just like, wow, like, I made it.
Yeah.
I made it out.
Yeah.
Because I could say it right here on here, and it ain't gonna make me less of a man. When I was in high school, junior, senior year, I was going out to Chesterfield to hang out with my friends on the weekends. Yeah. A lot of people didn't know that because I was afraid that I was going to be next just by walking down the street. And come to find out, I was dating a girl, and one of these dudes, you remember Biff and all of them, Biff's brother was dating the sister of the girl I was dating. He was like, what you doing out here? What you doing out here? We out there by L.C. Bird High School on the weekend out there. I was like, what the heck, man? So I was like, shit, we doing something. I was like, man, I ain't trying to get killed, bro. He was like, yeah, me neither. I'm around Wookham. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was just neat to see that. So I was like, I must be doing something all right. But then when you try to put your boys on and stuff like that, because they don't get a girl or whatever, they don't really see the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? So, it was hot. Richmond was probably one of the biggest
in the
murder
90s.
capitals in the 90s. We made it out.
Survive.
It ain't this bullshit that you see now. Yeah. We made it out. When the projects with the projects, with the drug dealers with drug dealers, and now these places that we have, I went to Bird Park the other day. You couldn't even go through there. I was like,
Bird Park, Bird Park closed off.
They closed off everything so that's what's just like different, man. So no, man, we made it out. One of the notorious high schools that we made it out because you go. You got Creighton Court, you go in front, you got Fairfield Court, you go to the right, you got Wookham Court, you can't run, you got to go across the highway, so where you gonna go? Exactly. Then if you get through Fairfield, you got to go through Mosby.
Graveyard right there.
And Graveyard right there, yeah. So
it was just a big old part of projects in one school.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you had all these boroughs in one school. So it was just like, people was like, you were the kid, and I was like, no, nigga, I made it out. Because when you came down the hallway, it was Fairfield, you had Creighton, you had Highland Park, you had Fulton Bottom, you had the West End. I was like,
Blackwell.
Yeah, Blackwell. Yeah,
remember we started getting Hillside.
Blackwell beef was always like that. Every day you come like, oh shit, what's going on? Then you had crazy ass Waddell coming in trying to tackle you because he just felt like this doing shit because he was on the football team. It's like, God damn, Waddell, leave me the fuck alone, man.
But I think, honestly speaking, because I'm 30, so I just turned 30 the other day. Okay. But I think, honestly speaking, it's like when you say you made it out, a lot of people look at it as successful-wise. They don't look at it as like mental. It's a mental thing. I look at shit like it's a mental thing. Like if you mentally made it out, that's the best thing you can do. Yeah. A lot of people nowadays, they don't look at it like that. So that's a big thing right there.
Yeah, and you're right, because mentally you had to you had to maneuver a lot of shit, man. You had to make decisions on where you wanted to go. And places where to be, whether you want to hang with the cool kids or drug dealers or whatever. I just thankful, and I say this, and it's not about me. I thankful we got wellness checks. I got 3 of the biggest drug dealers that was in Richmond, and most of them, those guys were friends of mine. And what they told me, they said, man, we respect your grandma and your granddad and your uncle. We ain't want you out there with us. So what we did was, hey, you needed something, hey, we got you, but don't bring your ass out here. And that's exactly what they told me. And that's not being a punk for saying that. They wanted to make sure you were straight. And now they came home from their beds and they called me every blue moon and say, hey, man, we just doing a wellness check. You straight, you good? And I was like, yeah, and it's good to see them home, regardless of what they did, because nowadays you got more access to be able to do whatever it is that you want to do out here, versus in the 90s, you would get locked up.
Oh, yeah.
There was no outlets. Now you can go work for yourself. Now you got social media. You can do you can coach. It ain't much though. Okay, well, you can't do this because you got this background. Not 2025. Yeah. You got more options. So salute to those brothers that looked out for me and the people like that, and you try to pass it on and pay it forward. Because coming out of Fairfield and all that, and it was tough going to school some of them days. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't.
That's definitely the mindset that we had when I started. Like I said, the Chiefs. We was the Chiefs before. That was the mindset. Because I didn't. I'm not gonna say I've seen it all, but I've seen it all. I'm not gonna say I've done it all, but believe me, I've done it all. And it's like the mindset was to not only take some of these dudes out of the streets, but change their life. Period. You know what I mean? Because you got some guys who, before we met them, you know, they was going to jail, back and forth. You got some guys that couldn't stay out of trouble, and when they joined I guess you could say the Chiefs or the Jets, whichever, you know, wherever part in life when they came in, they changed. You know, I had one guy, man, he was just like, every time you turn around, hey, coach, man, I ain't gonna make it this season because, man, I got to go back to court. And one day I look at him, I said, man, ain't you tired of this? So, like, when is it, like, when are you're going to understand that this right now is setting you up for a record, man? And every time they look at your record, man, it don't matter what you do. That's what your label is right now. Mm-hmm. So just give it up, man. And I ain't gonna lie to you, man, that would end up being one of the best linemen we had.
And that's dope.
You know?
That's dope. Because to go back to what he just said, y'all, you 30, you 27. How old are you?
32.
See, I'm going to tell you, when Tupac got killed, and he was 25, I said, man, I want to get to 25. And that was my goal. I was like, if I can make it 25, I'm okay. That was the thing. I was like, because niggas was getting killed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I was literally afraid, but it didn't stop me from doing what I was doing.
My yearbook had 2 people that died in there, rest in peace in there. So, in my high school yearbook, and that was 94.
See, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, we can go there. That yearbook, you see a lot of people, and then it has X'd out.
I know.
You know, but it's crazy, man. It's just the 90s was. It's no joke, and I just wish we could take these group of kids and put them in there.
Yeah.
Different time.
It was more mental, man. It's different because the resources we didn't have. Mm-hmm. We didn't have all that stuff. So, you know, we ain't trying to make it seem like that, but that's just what it was. So, young man, whatever you trying to do, keep doing what you're doing. Same for you. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, whatever your path is your path. Y'all paths might not be the same. That don't mean that he better than one of the better. It's your path. Again, I always use my son private school, Trinity Episcopal. Hey, discover your path. That's their motto. Mm-hmm. So whatever it is, your path is like you guys. And I was talking to guys the other day. Was like, man, you out in California? He said, nah, man. Mike is in Dallas. He in Chicago. That school, they pushed that on you. Yes, it's a predominantly white school, but they did that. And I was like, why wouldn't you want to put your son or daughter in an institution like that if you're able to do that? Why you trying to make them better than that? Then I had another coach sit up here and say, hey, man, kid going to such and such school, and I don't want to say this because if I say it, they're going to know who I'm talking about. And I don't want to put him out there. She said, the reason why he going to this school, Division I, because it reminded him of where he came from. He said, why the fuck I want to do that? You failed your kid because you made them comfortable.
True.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, no. But, yeah, no, time is up. But, no. Any shout outs y'all want to do? And we're going to get the hell up out here. And we'll talk offline about the stuff that I said.
Well, shout out to the coaches that wasn't able to make it. Coach Bobby, Coach Moog, Coach Vic. They've done a great job all season. Shout out to Coach Peter with the special team. Shout out to Coach Kevin with the defense. Shout out to my captains, Jesse, Corey, Ed. Just the whole body of the team. Shout out to the media staff. Shout out to the medic staff. Just shout out to the fans and everybody that makes up this Richmond Jets core and organization. I mean, we couldn't do it without y'all. Shout out to the ECFA, the commissioner, Mr. Flippins himself. Just the whole, yeah.
And we did shout out the girlfriends and the wives at the beginning. So in case y'all missed that, go back to the beginning because y'all got put out there first. You ain't shout me out. I even had coaches on here say, hey, man, go back and take that off because I ain't shout out. Trust me, we get that all the time, bro.
They make it possible. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Take our hats off
women, boys. I'm telling you, jeez.
And shout out to my son, too. You know, got his invite to go. He's in middle school now. He's just first year in middle school, and he got an invitation to go train with the high school team. So he's the only middle school out there training with the high school team. And he's a running back. He's gonna be tall. He's gonna be probably taller than me. So I try to get him into the motion of that system and by the way, he will be going to Louisa High School.
No, they got some
So
dogs.
yeah. So I want to get him. I want to get him going early. You know what I mean? So and this is gonna be the same system from middle school to high school. So shout out to my son, man. Shout out to my son.
That's dope, man. Well, if y'all ain't got nothing else, man, we're going to go ahead and close this out. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. You know, that's how we keep these lights on in here, man, that we got all this. Like this.
We got you.
You know, but and share, make sure y'all share this content, and we out. Appreciate y'all watching the episode again today, y'all. You know, go over, make sure that y'all check out my man, rickstockel.com for any of your home buying needs. Appreciate it. Thanks again.